And that's it. We're
So,
live.
Are we?
And now we're live. Now we're on Facebook. And we are... What's that? Finish.
Don't touch that. Don't
What?
touch that.
Don't touch that?
Finish means when you're done.
Oh. Did I turn it off?
No, it's still going.
Oh, sorry.
It was the biggest old man move I've ever seen. What's this button do? Don't touch it. Why don't I touch it? Don't touch it. Why don't I touch it? Because it ends it. Oh, did I just end it? Oh, do I have to press it again? No.
All right.
The time is still going.
Okay. All right. So we're on Facebook Live, which I almost ended. Apologies. And then we're also doing the podcast, so you'll
Yes.
also hear this. There is no beginning of the fairly normal music on this podcast, but maybe if I can figure out how to go back and do it, I'll do that.
Okay.
We're in Jacob's room, which is where we'll do these. If you didn't know before, the backdrop here is a wall.
Of signatures for
Whoever-
anybody has been in my room.
Signs the wall.
Yep.
I have my Gone Squatching hat on. I will be reading, for the people listening, I will also be reading some comments from the Facebook Live
Mhm.
and commenting back. For those of you watching, I apologize for getting so close to the camera, but I can't see.
He's old.
Don't nod over my shoulder, you fuck.
That's about as far as you can see me.
Yeah, okay. Shark Week soon, yes. I'm not doing...
Yeah, we're not in that boat anymore.
I'm not doing Shark Week, unfortunately. I was not asked to do it. They just went with a more serious... They wanted its show to be serious as opposed to funny. And I know a lot of you are thinking, well, if they wanted it to be funny, why were you on it the first time? Ha! Great question. I don't know the answer to that, but we sure did have a good time doing it, didn't
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You made a lot of shit on that stuff.
I had a lot of dumb stuff. So you got back from London.
I did get back from London.
When?
What was it, 2 nights ago?
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was awesome. Legal drinking is wonderful.
Did you drank at every meal?
Except one.
Breakfast? Did you eat drink at breakfast?
Okay, well, no, that's different. Of course I didn't drink at breakfast.
Well, professionals do.
Well, you wouldn't. Well, depending on the drink, I'm not going to drink a beer at breakfast. That just sounds gross.
You know what some people drink?
Huh.
They drink, instead of Bloody Mary, they drink beer and tomato juice.
That sounds awful.
It sounds really like licking an ass.
Yeah, that sounds like terrible. I mean, I would have like a mimosa, like something light like that at breakfast.
Tell me something. What's the worst combination of something? I can tell you what I think.
I can tell, of like 2 liquors?
No, just there are some drinks that people have combined that they think is great. Like, I know some people drink Clamato juice, which is clam...
Clam and tomato juice.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I don't get that either.
Because clam juice sounds gross.
That was my name in high school.
Clam juice? Good one.
Yeah,
I hope another book is coming soon.
I don't count on it.
What?
Because you're getting older, it's hard for you to write some more stuff. Like your hands get a little...
You think I'm getting the shakes?
Yeah, a little bit. You have tendonitis in your elbows now. You can't grip anything.
Yeah, but...
Should I have not just told that to the world?
No, that's fine. But tendonitis and the shakes are two different things.
Well, shakes can come from the tendonitis.
No. You're...
Good luck.
Oh my god.
I know I'm just saying things.
Listen, I know when when you get old, when you get my age, I know I'm going to be old as fuck, but I can't wait to tease you.
About what?
Your body falling apart?
No. It's not gonna happen.
You don't think, no, but your age, you never think it's going to happen. That's the thing. I'm telling you right now. 10 years ago, I thought to myself, oh, my body's, I'm fine. My body's never, it's not going to fall apart. That happens to other people. And you know what other people turns into? You. Other people turn into you, dude. And that, you cannot, you know what? I know they said it 1,000 times, but Father Time is undefeated. He comes and he first, what he does is he taps you on the shoulder and you turn around and you go, fuck you, and you run a little further ahead. And you go, it's not happening to me.
I don't know, 5 years later.
He kicks you in the nuts. He kicks you in the nuts and you fall down and he says, you should have not run away from me. This wouldn't be quite as painful. If you had just walked into it like everybody else did. But no, you tried to run and hide. You tried to run and fucking hide. And you can't hide from me. So he kicks you in the nuts and he drops you. That's basically what happened to me about a month ago when my whole body just decided, we're done working.
I think it was a little more than a month ago.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it was a little more than a month ago.
Wait, you think I fell apart more than a month ago?
Yes.
How far long ago?
A month is generous, dude.
When did I start
mean-
making old man noises?
You started making old man noise before I left for school.
I did.
You were making it also way before that.
Oh,
But
guys,
I'll
hate-
give you some. I'll give you a little bit of the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I'll give you 6 months.
I started making old man noises when I get up. And
He
when
made
I
it in public yesterday in a Starbucks.
I did what I do.
When you got off the chair, you went, ugh!
I don't make that noise.
Yes, you did!
No, that sounds like
Yes, you did! You so did.
that's the noise I make. You know when you pick something out of your nose that also feels like it takes part of your brain with you.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's so
yeah.
far up there, your
Yeah.
eye blinks.
Yeah.
You like pull something out, and it's like pulling the, it's like pulling the window shade on your on your eyelid, and it goes blink, and it falls. All right, let me see what these people have to say. Josh, wait until andropause. It's real. Andropause.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what the fuck that is either.
Care to elaborate, sir? Or ma'am? Was it a ma'am or a sir?
It's a woman.
Ma'am, care to elaborate?
I don't know what that means. Okay. So you were in, and so you drank beer at every meal. You don't drink hard liquor.
No, I found out that is the source of all my bad problems.
You mean when you throw up?
Yeah, that one.
And
If I can count the 3 or 4 times that I've thrown up,
yeah.
it's been a mix of beer and hard liquor.
Well, what if you just drank hard liquor?
I'll throw up faster.
Really?
Oh, dude, you know how fast that stuff shoots through me? Look at me.
I
Look
know.
at me.
But you look like you put on some weight, which
Which makes me happy to hear, because as everybody knows, I was on crutches for 14 weeks, so probably lost a lot of weight, a lot of bed rest too. So
Yeah.
that's good to hear.
You. No, I'm not telling you something that I don't know. Does that make sense? I'm telling you? But I know that you were a weed guy more than a booze guy.
100%.
But you went to London, no weed, and just booze. And by the way, I know people are like, you're talking to your son about weed. Well, technically here in California,
It is legal.
I've bumped into him in my weed store. So, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
Can't really hide it anymore at that point.
no, we can either put our heads in the sand like ostriches, or we can talk about it like a grown up and a
Yeah.
punk.
Whoa,
Millennial.
2 grown-ups? How about that?
I like the fact. Look, people question whether I'm a grown up. So I don't know if I can. Okay.
It's fair.
So which one did you enjoy more? Did you enjoy the beer at every meal?
It's so different. One, it's 2 different effects, and one.
I know it's 2 different effects, but
So,
did you in just your life, you enjoyed having beer at every meal?
I did enjoy it.
I mean, you just told me. He just told me when I was talking to him, texting him when he was coming back about the beer at every meal. He goes, "Well, I have beer in my refrigerator," and I was like,
Okay, that's how it went. He went, Bummer, you're not gonna be able to have that when you're here. And I went, joke's on you, I already got beer in my fridge. And he went, what? And I was like, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, joke's on you. I took the beer out of your fridge.
Joke's on you, it's still there.
I know, I forgot. Tell me something. Why? When did you put the beer in your fridge? Why did you put the beer in your fridge? And which lifestyle did you enjoy more? The beer at every meal and the no
When
weed,
did I
or?
put it in my fridge? I put it in my fridge the Sunday before we left. Me and Taylor went to a party, and I asked one of her friends to get me some beer for the party, and I ended up having extra. So
What kind did you get?
Modelo. I told you I like my Spanish beer.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it's. Why did I have it in there? Because I didn't want to throw it out / give it away because I paid for it, and
Right.
I'll probably just keep it for when me and my friends want to split it.
Okay.
And what lifestyle did I enjoy more? I
I probably won't let you keep the beer in your fridge. Just so you know.
Okay.
It'll probably be gone by the end of the day.
What?
But go ahead. Who's the joke on now? Go ahead. You know what's funny is that I obviously know you have weed in your room, but I that you keep it in your room because legally it's
Legal.
legal. But the beer is not legal.
But come on, you're such a cool dad.
But it's not legal. It's not legal. Like, it's about legal and not legal. And if there are police watching, I just want them to think that I'm...
Don't hit.
Oh, okay.
Don't touch anything.
Met you 100 times at your shows. I know, Julie. Yeah, but we don't know what andropause is. Look it up. I don't have time to fucking look it up. I'm doing... Can we see the mangled toes?
No.
One of his toes looks like a carrot,
Yeah.
which is really fucking weird.
They're
It's like
not-
a little...
Yeah.
It's like a little... The other toes kind of look like toes, and this one little toe looks like a carrot. It's upside... It's weird looking.
They're not super mangled anymore. One of the middle one he's talking about looks like a carrot. Looks super disgusting because it's like all scarred off and everything. Like the whole like top of my toe is scarred.
Yeah. And they won't let him into 8 countries with that toe.
That's true.
No, it's not.
It's used as a weapon in some countries.
Your carrot toe?
My carrot toe.
He has long... His toes are longer than my fingers. Like, he has long... Look at those things. They're tingers. He could hang upside down on a branch with those fuckers.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm sitting here or like sitting anywhere and I need like a remote or something, I don't even get up to use my hands. I just go and I pick it up with my toes and I just bring it to me.
I'm of the opinion that dudes, unless you're at the beach, should not be wearing a sandal or a flip-flop.
I
don't
completely against them in general. I don't care if you're at the beach. I wear socks and shoes to the beach every day.
Huh.
Every time I go. Today when I go, I am gonna wear socks and shoes.
Yeah, I don't hate. Look, if you're going to the beach or whatever, I don't hate. If you're at Starbucks, dudes, guys, bros, I don't need to see your
Homies.
fucking feet.
Yeah.
All right.
Some of you guys got gross feet.
You just put a fucking shoe on. What is the problem?
Some guys got really gross feet. I mean, I'm never wearing a sandal ever again. Then again, I never wore one of the first
Let me
ones.
see your carrot toe real quick. Oh, it's covered up. Oh no, it isn't.
No,
Oh,
it's not. It's no.
you know what it looks like? He looks like he has like 4. You ever see this SNL sketch with Kristen Wiig and she had the baby hand?
Yeah,
That's
I
what,
love
That's
that.
what that
skit.
toe looks like. Your little baby hand.
Gross.
So which one did you like more? I'm sorry, we got away from it. The
Yeah, you
beer.
just keep interrupting me.
Sorry, go.
It really is completely different because one I can't do throughout the day because it ruins my brain. Smoking,
Right.
well, they both do, but one is
Yeah.
I can do in moderation. Whereas smoking weed, you can't really do that periodically throughout the day. But with the beer, you had one at this meal, and then like you came home, you had one, and then you pub top and had one at each pub you went to
Right.
that night. So I like that lifestyle. Like that, I like the bar hopping and whatnot.
But you didn't get shit faced wherever you went.
I didn't get shit faced any night I was there
How come?
because I was with my girlfriend's family, trying not to get pissed in front of all of them.
You called it pissed?
It's either pissed or hammered.
Pissed is from overseas, right?
Yeah.
How was your accent? Did it get any better since our last episode?
Since our last episode, probably.
Let's hear it.
I mean, what do you want to talk about?
I didn't want to get pissed with my parents' family, with my girlfriend's family. His by the way, I believe last time
I won.
it was pretty dead even if I was counting votes.
It was pretty dead either.
Okay, let's see. I didn't want to get pissed with my girlfriend's family.
Go ahead.
You're first.
I'm first?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You
Okay.
guys let us know. I think I'm gonna win this one.
I think you're going to win this one, too. Because for me, when I was speaking and when I picked up an accent there, it was only with certain words.
What words? Like who are you, Madonna? What do you mean?
Well, no, it was only with, like certain phrases. Like, I wasn't speaking in a whole accent the whole time.
Yeah.
But, like, sometimes with, like, certain words and certain phrases.
Yeah.
I took off the hat.
Looks good.
Sorry, everybody.
Better than me taking out my hat.
Oh,
Look at
good
that.
God. With certain words and certain phrases, I spoke in an accent.
Like what?
Like when I ordered food a lot, like when I ordered bangers and mash, which is practically sausage and mashed potatoes,
Mhm.
I ordered that.
Bangers and Mash was my nickname in high school.
That's fine.
Not terrible.
That's a good one.
All right, hold on,
We've
let
had
me
two good ones today.
Yeah, Jacob.
Orange juice.
Jacob, do you drink those craft beers that everyone is coming out with, or regular beer like Bud Light or Modelo or stuff like that? Everyone is into the IPAs.
I'm not a huge IPA guy. I'm more of a lager if I'm ever gonna drink. So like a Stella. I like Modelo. Bud Light is trash.
Yeah.
It's like water.
Yeah.
The only cheap beer, like really cheap beer that I drink like that, or like prefer to drink, is Miller Lite. Anything else is just like, for me, anything below that just does not taste good.
I'll drink some beer. I am not a Bud Light, Miller Lite, Budweiser fan in general.
Right.
But I'm not an elitist either. I'll drink a Corona.
Yeah, I like Corona.
a motherfucker.
I like Corona.
But I like if I'm gonna drink, if I'm gonna do a shot, I like that Captain Morgan's Cannon Blast.
You also like
And
tequila?
I would sip a tequila. Yeah. I don't like to shoot it so much because I like the taste of it so much.
Interesting. I don't do tequila anymore.
Anymore. Is that one of the ones you threw up on?
Yep.
That's why I can't drink gin.
I haven't had my bad experience with gin yet. I'm trying to avoid it.
The last time I drank gin, I threw up and shit myself so violently on a beach. It's spring break freshman year, and I had spent the night out, and I was.
Wait, before you tell the story,
Yeah.
remember this is Facebook Live and we're friends with family and friends. They can see this. But before you tell the story, this is on Facebook. So this is all with all of our friends and family, not just fans.
Yeah, but it would be on the podcast anyways.
I know, I'm just saying, mostly, before you finish, because mostly this is easier, accessible. Family and friends.
Which family are you worried about?
Any family. Friends.
Like who?
I don't know.
Friends? Fuck them. They know. I don't know. What do you guys think on Facebook Live? Should I not tell this story? It
No,
seems
when I say
like
family, I mean like also like, do you have any of the younger cousins
Is
added
this
on Facebook?
one of the sons with the PB&J business. Yeah.
Yes.
He was the one that sat in the car, in the red wagon while the other two pulled him.
I was smart.
The Cannon Blast you bought for the crowd in Fort Lauderdale. Well, see? The Cannon Blast you bought for the crowd in Fort Lauderdale was beyond amazing. I bought a shot.
For everybody?
When I was in Fort Lauderdale, I bought a shot for everybody in the crowd, yeah.
That's
Okay,
nice
so
of
I'm walking down the beach. I'd spent the night out, and I had gin the night before. And the smell of gin is like to me, it's an old person's. Like, if you're an alcoholic, you drink gin.
Mhm.
If you're an old alcoholic, you definitely drink gin. And I love the fact that they call gin martini, but basically they're giving it a name, martini. It's just gin.
It's straight gin.
It's gin. It's chilled gin, maybe with an olive. I know people put vermouth in it, but not really. When they call it dry, that means they just want the vermouth kind of like a
Yeah, a splash.
like
Like you can't even taste it.
like a drippity drip. But so I had some gin.
Well, those turkey bases, just a little drop in there.
Yeah, like a like that. So I'm walking down the street and I'm walking down the beach and I'm like, oh, I gotta throw up. I'm like, oh, I got shit. And so it's probably 6:30 in the morning. The sun is coming up, and there are people like me on the beach, you know, who spent the night out and trying to find their way back to their hotel and their friends. And I knew I'd throw up. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw up in the water, so nobody has to sit on it on the beach. But then I was like, oh, I gotta shit too. So I went into the ocean waist deep, and pulled off my shorts and put them around my neck. So my ass was in the water, and as I threw up into the water, underwater, was shooting aggressive diarrhea out of my asshole.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Honestly, I think if I had kept my feet above the water, like not on the sand, it would have propelled me like a motor. Like, I think I could. That's how violent it was. But
it's not pleasant.
Gin, basically, I threw up my spleen. I shit out my appendix. Like, it was terrible.
No,
And that is a great Monday morning story for you guys.
Welcome, everybody. Good
Hi.
Lord. That was...
So, but that's why I don't
Very
drink
in
gin.
detail.
What's your worst
at school,
college?
Yeah.
LSU?
We call it university. They call it university there.
Yeah.
You know, they only do 3 years?
I know.
That's bullshit.
Isn't it free?
No.
No.
No. Their healthcare is free, though.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Okay, if you say so. Go.
What? If I had a medical emergency, I could go in and it would be all free.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you just don't want them to do anything with your teeth. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, go ahead. That's a tooth joke for people. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyways, and I was at LSU, and and we went out to a bar with some friends, and at this point, so at LSU there's this big thing called Tigerland.
Mm-hmm.
So Tigerland is a string of just like 8 bars, and you pick different ones you want to go to, and on Saturday night, it is rowdy, everybody's drunk, everything is packed. You're shoulder to shoulder in almost every bar, and you usually go in with someone who's 21 so they can just buy you drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And people like who work there like.
How, did your fake ID work?
No. Well,
It got
I
taken. Didn't your fake
know.
ID get taken?
I never used it. That was at ASU.
Oh, I got taken at ASU. Yeah.
Because it looked nothing like me.
Yeah.
It was the worst fake ID. I went in and I was like, nothing's gonna work. Like, it's just not gonna work.
Yeah, I remember that.
But anyways, so went in with a friend who actually lives here in Los Angeles. His name's Socrates. Great name.
Yeah.
Like the philosopher.
I get it.
Okay, good.
Thank
just
you.
making sure.
Not the rapper.
Nope.
Okay.
And so we went in and we were just drinking, and I tried to keep it good while I only drank beer, and I had a shot one in the night, like just one,
Mhm.
but I was drinking beer for the rest of the night, and then as I'm walking out, I chugged a beer with a friend and just finished it, and I turn around and it meets my hand, and I went, "What is that?" Just a clear little shot, and I go, actually it was two, and I go, "What is that?" And I was like, "Please don't say tequila, because I hope it's vodka. Please don't say tequila." And he's like, "Tequila," and I was like, "Shit, that is gonna suck tomorrow." And I couldn't say no because some dude just bought me 2 shots of tequila.
Yeah. Why would you say no?
You can't say no.
No.
Even if you're pissed, you just can't say no. You have to say yes because it's just like a respect thing, courtesy.
Yeah.
So I took those and I was like, all right, I am leaving because this is going to end really badly. And I was right. So went home, didn't even puke that much that night. Like, it was a little like uncomfortable, but I puked a little bit and then I went to bed. Woke up that next morning at 8:55. Looked at my phone at 8:57. And then was like, I had that just feeling.
Yeah.
And was like, oh no. Went into the bathroom, and I think I counted, I was in there from 9 a.m. to 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I texted you because I was really concerned because I was throwing up yellow stuff.
Yeah.
And 11:30.
Do you remember the first time you threw up? What happened? Do you remember the first time you threw up yellow stuff, everybody? And you didn't know what it was, and it tasted terrible, and
I
you're like,
Googled it.
Yeah, bile.
Yeah, I Googled it. I was
Yeah.
like, what was happening to me?
Yeah, bile. Yeah, The Wall looks like a one with any movie with a bad scientist in it. Yeah, oops, sorry. It's the autograph wall. So whenever you walk into his room, you have to sign his wall. We did that since he was very, very young.
Yeah, and then also it's just a bunch of random ass drawings because I get bored.
Yeah.
But then I was throwing up from 9 to 11:30 and then blacked out in my bathroom. And woke up leaning against my wall with a little saliva dripping down my face. And it was like, oh, what the fuck? And I woke up and I was like, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Woke up about an hour and a half later. Thank God my roommate wasn't there. He was out for the weekend. And so then I went and laid down on my bed and slept for 4 hours and then woke up and had to do homework.
What's the first thing you ate? Pizza?
I didn't eat when I woke up.
No?
I waited until about 9:30 at night to eat because I was scared I was just going to throw it right back up. But yeah, it was pizza.
Yeah, there's something about it.
It's comfort food.
Yeah.
So it's Chinese food. I love Chinese food.
Me too. When you were in, by the way, if you had to pick one, and I've said this before, but I'm curious for you, if I had to pick one type of food, one country's food to eat for the rest of my life, it would be Mexican. For me. Because Mexican covers everything. You can get, I love their breakfast burritos, but you can get eggs, and I love refried beans with eggs. And I love the corn tortilla, all that stuff. So, and they use all the meats, and they love seafood and all that shit. Okay, so for me, it would be Mexican food. What would it be for you?
I mean, if it probably came down to it, if we're going for any meal of the day, the only country that does really any meal of the day that's good.
Well, they all do them.
That's
obviously.
Good. Like that's really good.
Yeah.
Would probably be Mexican because you're right. They hit every food group.
For me, I love.
I love Mexican food too.
Yeah.
I love Mexican food, but you might be right. They really do hit every food group.
What about you guys? And I'm Facebook Live and even people listening. If you had to pick one type of food to eat, some people, I just don't know what a Chinese breakfast looks like.
Exactly.
So
you know what I ate this weekend in London though? A Korean barbecue burrito.
Oh yeah, was it Bim Bam Bap?
It was pretty good actually. It was really good. I don't get that reference.
I think Bim Bam Bap is not Korean, although I think maybe it is. There was this the old Comedy Underground in Seattle, right? It was called Swanee's upstairs, Comedy Underground downstairs, and Swanee's upstairs was owned by a old baseball player named Swanee, and we used to hang out upstairs. And right across the alley was, I think it was a Korean place. I forget what it was called. And we used to go in there and eat before shows and shit. And it was authentic. And I've always said, like, if you want to have good Asian or good Mexican food, like really good, like the place you walk into should make you think there's a chance I'm going to have diarrhea when I leave here.
Oh, 100%.
But if you don't get diarrhea, it's the best food you've ever had.
Agreed.
So that was his place. So
it's that sloppy, like super greasy Mexican food.
Fuck.
It's the best.
Where if you see a cockroach, you're not disappointed.
Well, you're like, okay, this is
gonna
be good. You're like, this is either gonna be the best Mexican food I ever had, or something bad is really good.
Yes. So we were looking across the alley, and we could see the kitchen, and we used to always see the kitchen. They'd leave pots on on the stove, and we were like, oh yeah, we can't wait to eat some of that tomorrow. And we would only look for like 10 seconds at a time. Well, this one time we're looking at 10 seconds, and we look, and I just see two tails sticking up out of the pot on the fucking grill. And I'm like, what the shit? And I forget who I was with. It might have been Joey Diaz at the time. I was like, look at that shit. And there were rats crawling in and out of the food.
Get the fuck out.
I retroactively puked. I was fucking grossed out.
Oh,
They
no.
used to ask,
no.
why you no come back here to eat it? And I was like, we just found a new place. We didn't want to tell them that there were rats crawling in and out.
You might want to.
They knew. Shit, you don't leave a pot open.
You might have eaten one.
It was the biggest. No. They weren't cooking the rats. The rats were eating the food.
I understand that. I get that, but you never know if they're.
Yeah, that's true.
Just to make it even grosser.
Oh, we only have. It was a quick one. We only have 4 minutes, so I want to get to. Okay. How was London? He loved it. Most embarrassing story you have of each other.
Like both of us getting embarrassed simultaneously, or your best embarrassing me?
My best embarrassing you. You best embarrassing my best. But do we manscape? Well, Brian.
That is for us to know and for you to not.
Well, I do trim it up.
Well, I mean, you're not just going to let it grow out for eternity.
No, nobody wants to look like they have Aretha Franklin in a leg lock.
Gross.
But I trim it up. But I don't. I've never quite understood how people.
Manscaped?
No, I mean, because I trim it up. But I don't understand how people. Do people wax their nuts?
Yeah, that's a thing.
It is?
Yeah.
That seems like it would hurt.
Bet you if you Googled a video of that, something would pop up.
I mean, I'm gonna have to now.
You're gonna have to now, yeah.
So
I will not be there for that.
Yes, I come back to Boston soon. Okay, listen. Jacob and I will be in Boston. The two of us will be in Boston. July 7th. Clay Buchholz Bowl. They're doing it. It's a great charity for kids. We would love to see everybody there. Jacob will be there with me. I will also be performing. Some amazing bands performing that night. The Clay Buchholz Foundation, I believe is what it's called. They're putting it on July 7th. There's some bowling, and then we go over to House of Blues after for some adult entertainment.
Wreck you in bowling.
You might. I'm also going to be in Jacksonville this weekend, 23rd, 24th, 25th at the Comedy Zone. Check that out. If you like what Jacob and I do here, you'll also like my podcast, Fairly Normal. That's where this will be uploaded to. Yesterday was Father's Day.
Yesterday was Father's Day.
Your Instagram post. What's your Instagram? Tell everybody.
Jake_Wolf.
Was fantastic. It's little things like that. I don't need grand gestures. What did I want from your Father's Day yesterday?
He wanted to work out and sit around and watch Game 7. By the way, go Cavs.
It was fucking great.
Oh, such a good game.
Really great. I was super happy for LeBron.
Even if, as a sports fan, you just have to be happy for LeBron.
Let me say one more thing, and I know people are gonna. I still think Steph Curry can play in any era, any time. But
I don't think he would have been able to play back in the 90s.
This last series shows you, because in the playoffs they let you bump him a little bit. This last series shows you, if he had played against those Knicks or those Pistons,
or the Bulls,
he would have got worn down. Like he
would have never been able to play back then.
He still got a shot off.
I'm not saying
he still got a shot off, but he looked for the first time tired. He looked worn down. He looked beat up because they were pulling and grabbing and hitting him. And I think it would be a different. He would still be great. I think he's still maybe the best shooter of all time. Quick, he gets his shot off so quickly.
Ridiculous.
But he's not Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson's a little bigger. We might have to go a tiny little more than 30.
Okay.
He's a little bigger. I think Steph would have to bulk up a little. I think he just might have to. Even Jordan did. Jordan was super skinny and he was getting beat up, and he bulked up one off season, so that might have happened.
And for those of you, also I want to add for those of you saying the NBA is rigged, you may take several seats because it is not. That is you being butthurt because your Warriors lost.
Look how long your fingers look. Hold that up again. Oh my God.
But that's all I'm going to say. He earned that. Bottom line, LeBron just wanted it more. He just wanted it.
Well, he did. That block on Iguodala.
He had 4 of those. He had 7 blocks in transition.
That's pretty crazy.
Dude just wanted that title more, and God, he deserved that. Long live the king.
Okay,
So I'm still a
So
Celtics fan, so whatever.
Oh, still a Celtics fan,
Yeah.
but happy for LeBron as a sports fan.
So Father's Day, your Instagram post was perfect for me,
Perfect.
and I appreciate that very much.
You're welcome.
And I know it's boring to you, but I just want to tell you, you know, I know it seems boring that I just wanted to sit and watch a game with you.
That's no, I don't. That's not boring. Dude,
Okay, yeah, because that's for me. That's like, I'm a pretty simple dude. I don't need a lot. I don't need any fanfare. I don't need any gifts.
He
And
specifically told me not to bring him anything back from England.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
and it's like when you and I are in the car together. I don't need us to be talking all the time.
You just listen to music.
Listen to music, and so just you being there is enough for me. So I wanted to say thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
That was big for me. And Gone Squatching, guys. I'm trying to think. Oh, also, I have a new podcast, a sports podcast with my buddy Adam Ray. It's called Good Call. It's on iTunes. It's for people who don't take sports too seriously. So we talk sports, but you're not going to hear any numbers or analytics or any shit like that. It's opinions, and it's funny, and it's, you know, we have some good stories. Like I told a story about Dikembe Mutombo. Who Wants to Sex Mutombo? You should probably check that out.
I might check that
It's
out.
super funny. But I think we're done. And if you have any questions for Jacob and I, so we're going to do this once a week, leave them here, and
We'll find
we'll read them the next week. I hear Beth has her phone call on speakerphone. My wife is going to shoot a movie this summer in Atlanta.
That means we get the house to ourselves this summer.
What? You know what? That brings up one question, though. You know, even though it's legal for him to smoke weed and not legal for him to drink beer,
Are you gonna? Let
and you guys know I'm a huge pro weed guy. I still feel weird smoking a joint with you, and wouldn't feel that weird sharing a beer with you, even though one legal, one isn't. And I know you doing one legally, and it doesn't bother me. And the one that you would do illegally, I would rather have you do the legal one because I think weed is better for you ultimately.
Well,
Isn't that weird that I still, maybe it's that last little stigma of smoking. I don't know. Maybe I'll get over that. Maybe I won't. What do you think?
Stay tuned. We won't tell you guys anyway. So I mean,
Okay. We're going to answer, if they have one question, we're going to answer one. Who's the most famous to sign your wall?
Probably you.
Yeah, me or Uncle Scott.
Yeah.
Scott Wolf.
To touch on that subject, Riley said he saw Scott Wolf down the street at Sweet Butter yesterday, which wouldn't make any sense. Because I thought he was in Utah.
I think he's in New Mexico, shooting
Well,
night shift.
All right.
I
Well,
know.
there you go.
There you go. You and Adam should have Steven. We will have Brody on the podcast. Don't worry.
I love Brody.
All right, everybody. Well, 33 minutes. That's our longest one. We
Oh,
usually
there's our
stop
longest.
at 30.
We usually just cut off whatever we're saying at 30.
Gone Squatching. Everybody, we love doing this. Maybe we'll do it more than once a week if I can talk him into hanging out with me.
I mean, we can. Just tell me.
Look how handsome he is. All right, everybody. We love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Peace. Well, you gotta hit finish on that Facebook Live too.
On the Facebook Live, I have to finish?
Yeah, because now we're done. So now you have to hit finish. Because this doesn't control both of them.
Oh, my bad.